My wife and I have been sailing around the world for the last 10 years, but now with a growing family, we're looking to move our adventures inland to the Appalachian Mountains, where we're hoping to build a family homestead. So far, we've been looking at large properties with fixer-upper houses on them, but many of these houses have been in such rough shape that we're starting to consider buying raw land and building from scratch. But really nice land that's not totally in the middle of nowhere costs a fair amount of money, so we're wondering how much we want to spend on the property and how best to finance the entire endeavor. Our story this week then takes a dramatic turn when a local bull rider bets me this awesome cowboy hat that I can't rope a bull on my first try at the local rodeo. And let's just say I took the challenge very seriously.
Nice.
Now, the town we're checking out this week is West Jefferson, North Carolina, but we're currently in Bryson City, North Carolina. So we've got a 3.5-hour drive ahead of us. For a while, we've kind of known that in this part of North Carolina, there's two regions that we were going to consider. The area that we were just in, so the Bryson City, Cherokee, Silva region, and then the region that we're heading to, which is the Boone, Banner Elk, Blowing Rock, and then a little bit further is West Jefferson. The first of those towns, Banner Elk, Boone, and Blowing Rock, got really affected by Hurricane Helene. The only area in that region that didn't get hit super hard was West Jefferson. So we're going there to a campground, and then we're gonna see if we can get to know and explore those areas, but honestly, we're not gonna get to feel that area the way that we would have a couple weeks ago. Hi, Stinky Butt. You playing with your chalk? West Jefferson really stood out to us as having a beautiful but very unassuming vibe. While it's not surrounded by massive mountains like Bryson City, where we were last week, the broad pasture lands and rolling hills made for one of the most bucolic settings that I've ever experienced. Now, generally speaking, I'm really into seeking out grandeur and epic adventures, so I was really surprised by just how much I liked this subtle country beauty, and it came across as a really great place to raise kids. The town itself doesn't have a ton of popular tourist attractions nearby, so most tourists come here looking for a relaxing country getaway, as well as to be close to the Blue Ridge Parkway. This 470-mile road connects the Great Smoky Mountain National Park in North Carolina to Shenandoah National Park in Virginia, and is often referred to as America's favorite drive. Construction of the Blue Ridge Parkway began during the Great Depression as part of President Roosevelt's New Deal in an attempt to provide jobs and boost tourism. Today, the parkway is one of the most visited attractions in the National Park Service, bringing in millions of visitors every year. As for downtown West Jefferson, it was definitely the coolest main street that we've seen on this road trip.
We should have come here to pumpkin pick.
I know, there are pumpkins everywhere. To me, it shows you that there's not much crime.
Mine.
Free pumpkins, baby.
Kidding.
With a ton of awesome shops and restaurants.
I love that shirt.
Work hard, lazy people are depending on you.
Personally, one of my favorite things about these small mountain towns are the mom and pop outdoor shops that they all seem to have. But Bulls in West Jefferson easily takes the cake, with an emphasis on high quality outdoor apparel that has a country flair. I wanted to buy pretty much everything in the store. But when I found that the upstairs had a massive collection of high quality cowboy hats, I quickly found myself looking to add to my collection.
How's it going, y'all?
Hey, good, how are you?
Good, man, how are you?
Where's your cowboy hat?
I don't wear them unless I'm working.
Oh, come on.
And not this type of work.
Yeah.
I rode bulls for a few years. My last season riding, I only wore a hat. I didn't wear a helmet or nothing. And doing that, you mess up your hat every now and then, so I'd fall off and my hat would look like this. I was like, shoot, so I'd reshape it, and I got pretty good at it.
How long did you do it for?
Couple years, few years, but injuries, you know, there's not much longevity in that sport. I still work them. I work one out. There's one tomorrow. I don't know how long you are in town for, but.
Yeah, we're here tomorrow. Where at?
30 minutes down the road out in Deep Gap. I can get you all in with a media pass if y'all want to come.
Oh, dude, that would be sweet.
So this one's got that brick crown that I was talking about.
How's it look, buddy?
It looks confident.
Well, I will definitely think about it. We'll see how inspired I get tomorrow.
I say, yeah, so tomorrow I'm gonna bring my rope and I'm gonna put a steer on the pin. If you can rope it first try, I'll give you that hat for free.
Oh, dang.
How's that sound?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, challenge accepted?
Challenge accepted. Yes, dude.
How likely is that? Like, have you ever met anyone to do it on the
First try?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, never.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah.
But it can be done.
Yeah.
If there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
All right, so he's letting me borrow his old rope up here so I can practice.
So you've got your coals, and then this is called a Honda here. So that's your loop. You want to get it to about how I like it, is whenever you're about waist high, it's touching the ground there, and you don't want to hold it right at the Honda. You want to hold it not a little
Maybe
shy
a
of a foot back.
Yeah.
And it's on the wrist. You're going above your head here.
Oh,
You throw it.
all right. So that's all I've got to do.
That's all you got to do
hat.
for a free hat.
It doesn't look easy, but I feel like there's a chance. There's a world in which this happens.
Okay.
Is that about?
That's not terrible. That, you got yourself. You're 1 for 1. That's not terrible. That's close.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I will bring
I'll
this
meet
back.
you tomorrow. Yes, sir.
All right, so today we are off to check out some properties, and the first one on the list is actually just raw, undeveloped land. There's no house there, and that's certainly something that we are considering because we could get much more land for the price, and that means that we could develop like multiple short-term rental units for the next 10 or even 15 years, right? Just build, build, build. Buying raw land is definitely a little bit more of a risk because there's a lot of work that needs to be done and a lot of expenses before you can even start building a structure at all. Not to mention there's no telling if the soil would be good for building, if it, I mean, like nothing is proven about the buildability of the land. So yeah, should be interesting. This property consists of just over 16 acres and has been broken down into 12 individual lots or build sites. Roughly half the property is open pasture land and the other half is heavily wooded with mature trees. And while the driveway is already cut in and in great shape, most of the build sites have not yet been fully graded.
And you can see there's some building sites up that way. There'd be a flat area to build, gently sloping down with a nice view of Mount Jefferson. That's Mount Jefferson.
Yeah,
over there.
wow, that is a beautiful view. This is so different from our normal house tours.
Yeah.
Like we're just on a safari. It's like a house tour safari. This pasture land is on the property. So everything you can see here, and then probably the same size as this in those trees that way. What's really cool though is there's so much variety to the land. So I mean, this is one lot and you could kind of build up a little ways or build it like close-ish here. Oso loves it here, dude.
Yeah,
Oso's made his decision.
He's over here.
What did you think of the giant piece of land, bud?
I think it's definitely my favorite thing that we've seen so far. You could see so much potential. It's quiet out here. The view's beautiful. I mean, it's super expensive.
It's super expensive. So our cash budget is $200,000. We could use that to buy something outright, or we could use it as a down payment for a much larger loan. We're open to anything. And I think that what this property would be ideal for is the long-term profitability of this whole endeavor and the fact that it would be a long-term project. I mean, that's kind of what we want. We want a project that I can do while the kids are growing up. The real question is the cash flow, right? So if we're going to take a loan like that, we would need to start making money from the property very soon. I mean, I don't know how to do this stuff, so it's gonna take me a while to learn. And so it might be like 2 years before we have an Airbnb up and running. And then I could start building our house. And so that means we'd be living in the trailer for like 4 years. Yeah, that was almost dangerous to see because it was so nice.
So nice.
Now we know what almost $500,000 gets you. So the holidays are just around the corner, and this is supposed to be a time that's all about joy and celebration, but I think most people recognize the fact that it can also bring a lot of stress and anxiety. Whether it's the pressure of gift giving or financial strain, or just dealing with weird family stuff, there's so many ways that this time of year can feel overwhelming. That's why it's so important to take care of your mental health during this season so that you can focus on the positive aspects of what the holidays are truly about. And that brings me to the sponsor of today's episode, BetterHelp. BetterHelp can connect you with a licensed therapist who's trained to listen and give you helpful, unbiased advice. These trained mental health professionals can help you manage emotions, reduce stress, and make positive changes in your life. And the best part is you can do it all from your phone or your computer via phone call call, video chat, or messaging, however you feel most comfortable. So if you're struggling and think you might benefit from a therapy session, click the link in the description below or go to betterhelp.com/Atticus to get 10% off your first month of therapy. This property is a 9-acre lot situated on a hillside, with the existing house at the base of the hill and the property extending up to the top of the ridge. 9 acres is a lot of land, but the big question for us would be how steep that hill is and therefore how buildable the land is. But we figured we'd start by checking out the house. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have a view in terms of elevation, but it is very pretty here, you know.
Right.
It's right on the road, but it's beautiful.
Oh my gosh, it's adorable.
Yeah, it's very well done.
It's very cute. Holy moly.
It's extremely stylish. If it's not a short-term rental, then they are just stylish people,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, I mean, look at all this. Like, it's just nonstop decorations. I mean, this is a really neat space in here, you know, with the big kitchen, and then over here is sort of like another living room. And then in here, right behind my buddy Buck over here, you've got the master bedroom.
They really did, you know, a lot of details everywhere with the wall, you know,
Yeah.
the wood paneling walls here. And
Right.
I have never seen that on the ceiling, but
Yeah, so then we go back around through the kitchen, through the dining area, past the large standalone closet. So this is interesting. I've certainly never seen that before, where it's just this, it's like a center closet storage area. It does allow you to have a foyer. Otherwise, it would be a one big open space, which would certainly be my preference. And then back in through the family room, and then you've got the other 2 bedrooms. You've got one bedroom right here, the other bedroom here, and then the second bath here. The revolver toilet paper holder, pictures of bison.
They put a belt around the toilet paper.
The belt buckle. Oh my gosh. Whoever did the decorations in here had a vision, that's for sure.
Crazy,
man.
yeah.
This would be a situation where we would just rent this thing right away. Okay, so this is the workshop / utility shed here. This would work very well for us to have a workshop. I'd probably turn it into like my editing studio too. We are gonna head up this property and just kind of get a sense for how buildable it is. So again, it's 9 acres. It goes up behind the house, up this hill, and there is this little access road here.
this almost looks like another good building site right here.
Right. It's definitely proof of concept that, I mean, you could build up here for sure. And there would be a view up here. I mean, this road gets you up the hill, and then you could make a couple units going horizontally, right? So, I mean, I feel like there is a lot of potential here. Okay, Adam, thank you so much. That was a great tour. Appreciate it, man. If people want to get in touch with you, how can they contact you?
So my name's Adam Fatigate. I'm on the Leslie Easton Real Estate team with Keller Williams. You can email me at adam@eastonteam.com or shoot me a call at 772-631-6597.
All right, buddy. What did you think?
I thought like the property is kind of random, like it's off this main road, and I think the speed limit here is 55. And so I saw a truck go by and I was like, ooh, that's fast. I mean, the nice thing is we already have sewage, electricity, and water also. You have a house that you can already probably start short-term renting.
Right. I think the main issue for me is how far out here it is.
Yeah.
And that'd be one thing if we were retired and just doing a short-term rental business as our retirement, but raising kids and having to get them to school, 40-minute round trip to the grocery store on these windy mountain roads, that'd be tough.
It kind of reminds me of like what we were kind of getting sick of on Atticus too when we were sailing to remote places. It's like that feeling of isolation.
Yeah, but I will say what this has done is it's made me, like, I was 100% for Bryson City when we were there because I was like, this is epic and I love it. But, you know, I really do think that this sort of rolling, more pasture farmland is very beautiful, you know, and it would be a lot easier to build on.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so it is a beautiful day today, man. I can't believe how nice it is. And it is a great day to practice lassoing. I want to win that hat.
I know, I want you to win it, buddy.
All right, heads up, buddy.
We're gonna get out of the splash zone.
Oh!
Good job, buddy. Whoa, Nice. Okay. Nope. Nice. You got all 3 of them.
Whoa!
Good job.
That's awesome.
Good job. Okay, so I just put Isabella to bed. Jordan is just outside. He's been practicing for like an hour straight now.
I just want this so bad.
I know, I can tell.
Like, I do not need food.
I know.
All I need.
I know, I made you a
is to
meal
keep
and I was
lasting.
like, there's no way he's gonna eat dinner tonight.
Jackson, what's up, dude?
How's it going?
It's going good, dude. How are you, man?
Doing good. Yes, sir.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I'm ready, dude.
You ready?
Oh my God,
All
let's
right,
do it.
it's
Okay.
game time. It's already looking 10 times better than yesterday. I'll tell you that much. Oh, man! Right at it. Right at it. That was on this right horn right there. I've never seen someone so close, but yet so
That
far.
was so close. This one's just for fun, but let
Okay.
me try to get one in here.
Yes, sir. Put that thing down.
There it is. Well, thanks, man.
Yes, sir. That
like
was
I
awesome.
said, thank you for the mission. That was really fun.
Hey, nothing like a good side quest.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
You need
Nothing
side
like a good
quests,
side
bro.
quest.
All right,
well, let's
man.
go in there and get some rodeo shots.
Let's do it, dude.
Let's do it. Welcome to the rodeo.
I think it's pretty obvious to see that riding one of these bulls is extremely difficult. These riders are literally sitting on top of 1,500 pounds of muscle and rage. So the primary goal of these riders is to simply remain on the bull for 8 seconds. Normally 8 seconds would seem like a short amount of time, but watching what these guys have to manage, 8 seconds seems like forever. It's definitely not uncommon for the rider to fall off before 8 seconds, but it's only once they have stayed on for that long that they are given a score based on their technique as well as for the difficulty of that particular bull. But I imagine that the bigger goal in the back of every rider's mind is to avoid getting seriously injured when they do fall off. You've been doing it for?
About 5 years.
What is it that you love about it?
The adrenaline. My grandpa took me to these rodeos. I just fell in love. I mean, when you first start, you're like nervous and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a mental game. It's like life.
Yeah.
You know, you fall off, you fail in life. I mean, no matter how many times you fail, you got to get back up.
So how did that all go? I think it could have went better. First ride back is always kind of iffy.
How long has it been since you rode last?
It's been a month.
Is that a long time?
Yeah, I've only been riding for a year. It's all just in your mind here. If you get in your head about it, you're just not gonna do good. You can't fear the bull.
After getting to know a few of these riders, I found myself getting anxious every time they rode out, praying that they'd make it back uninjured. These were just normal kids who decided they were going to learn to control their fear and test themselves in one of the highest risk sports in the world. It was honestly hard to watch at times, but it was also just awe-inspiring to see these kids display such incredible courage, and it's obvious from the energy in the room that the crowd felt the exact same way.
If you've never come to the bull riding here before tonight, you have hands down picked the best night.
Okay, so what's about to happen?
You can see right here, they're tying this caution tape on the bull's horns. There's 10 people out here, and they're gonna fight. Whoever gets that caution tape off the bull's horns gets 50 bucks.
I hope every single one of you have very good insurance, because this is the dumbest thing you will ever do in your life. Well, Johnny, be good. Come on, boys, you gotta get it. Countdown, 10, 8, 7,
definitely crazy.
All right, man. I'm heading out. Happy you had a good time. It was a real good bull riding today. Had some guys cover, had some good rides, had some good wrecks. It was a pleasure. And next time you're in Boone, you're gonna rope that thing, all right?
Wow, so that was so much fun last night. I am back in downtown West Jefferson now. I'm gonna go meet Jackson because I want to return the rope that he lent me. He said that he would give me a good deal on the hat if I bought it. So I think I'm gonna go for it. Even though I didn't win it, there would be so many cool memories wrapped up with it if I bought it here and now. So I'm just gonna go for it. What's up, dude? How are you?
You recovered from last night?
Recovered, dude. Yeah, so I wanted to come by and first of all, bring back the rope you lent me. I appreciate it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think after last night seeing you out there, and I don't say this often, but I think you're a certified cowboy now.
Oh, is that right?
I think you got the cowboy pass. I want you to keep this from me. A little souvenir from your time out here at the rodeo and out in West Jefferson.
Thanks,
as you're traveling around to remember us. So.
I appreciate it.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what? I'm gonna keep practicing. It was really fun.
You're gonna be better than me. I believe it.
Can I practice on that bad boy?
Yeah, you know, that might be a little bit that might be a little bit different. Come on. Oh.
Dude, I love it, man. I love it. Isabella, how do you like Da's hat? You want to touch the hat? Or do you want to put makeup on me? That's something that every cowboy needs.
That's a nice hat.
Yeah,
it looks good
that's a
on
good
you.
hat,
good
baby.
job.
I do like West Jefferson, you know? Bryson City is the adventure activity place, whereas there's like a country culture here.
Isabella, I hate to tell you, you're never riding a bull. She's gonna grow up a little country girl though if we move here.
And people are like, where are you from? She's like, I was born in Malta.
Yeah.
Malta's a small country in the Mediterranean. So make sure you guys join us next week where we will be checking out the last place on our list, on our road trip, Fayetteville, West Virginia. And we'll see if it becomes a contender for what is now a neck and neck race between Bryson City, North Carolina and West Jefferson, North Carolina. So we will see you next week. This is the last stop on our road trip. We are in Fayetteville, West Virginia. We got G-Dog in the house.
This is really pretty. Woo.
We are going for a bridge walk. Gee, you're a rebel.
Ah, so peaceful.
We are gonna do some rock climbing. This is gonna be my first time rock climbing in, I think it's been about 3 years, so. Check out the view.